Hello and welcome to another edition of Night Talk. Get to the point. I'm Lenny McAllister. If this is your first time with us, thanks for tuning in. You have new friends in us. And if you've been here before, welcome back. On our show today, we're going to address an important voting bloc in America and how we view this group in our society. We'll open up the phone lines at 412-333-PCNC for you to join the conversation. We're also inviting you to join us with emails and on social media. So let me go ahead and kick things off, as always, with our starting point. I remember a riddle that my aunt, a retired Pittsburgh school teacher, told me when I was about 4 or 5 years old. Perhaps you heard it yourself. It's about the one where the boy is in a bad car accident along with his father, and the boy is rushed to the emergency room. In comes the surgeon to do the procedure to save the child's life. But right as the surgeon enters the room, there's a pause, and the surgeon walks out of the room and says, "I can't operate on this boy. It's my son." And of course the question is asked, who is the surgeon to the boy? In the mid-1970s, many young boys, and some men and some women as well, would be perplexed for a moment trying to figure out the answer. Of course, in 2014, we should all know that the surgeon was his mother. As we look at how we view women in society, and notably in political positions of power, have our perceptions truly changed that much at all? There are clear signs of change. For example, did you realize that 3 of the past 5 secretaries of state were women? And of course, we all know that Hillary Clinton is viewed as the de facto next president of the United States, at least by some. Yet in an era where we do have women serving as governors and as other high-ranking officials, we also have a House of Representatives that is 18% women in a nation that is 51% women. Does that sound very representative to you? Or let's look at the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, where roughly 45 lady legislators make up only 17% of a General Assembly, representing a population that is half women. And in a gubernatorial primary where Hillary Clinton won the Pennsylvania primary by 9 points in 2008, a tenured congresswoman and a former White House staffer lost to a businessman by a margin of 2-to-1 combined. In an era where my generation grew up seeing women do anything and everything in business, media, academics, and sports, why are these numbers so skewed in politics? There may be examples on the other side of the glass ceiling, but we have to ask ourselves, why is there still a glass ceiling in the first place? In politics, perception is reality. So the more we don't see blacks or Latinos or Asians, or in this case, women, in political positions of power, the more many of us believe that this is normal. And ironically enough, many of us still group women along with minority groups such as African Americans and Latinos in a nation where women make up exactly the majority of the United States of America. Sometimes a biased mind can influence a pure heart unintentionally. I know it did for me when I was a preschooler. And whereas I learned a lot about girl power from my peers as I grew older, I wonder if we as a society have truly learned these lessons on equality and applied them to our representative form of government. That's our starting point. Time for you to make your point. Give us a call. The phone lines are open at 412-333-PCNC. You can also send us an email. Send us that email at NightTalk, GTTP@WPXI.com. You can also go to Twitter and tweet us. Tweet us at NightTalk, GTTP.